this guy is not a good guy. He just utterly destroyed my life.
No, he's not a good guy. He's a filthy Jew. But tell me more about Temple. So did they call you and say, hey, you're suspended? Or how did did your scholarship get revoked?
I essentially just got an email from Temple University stating that I'm on interim suspension. So until further investigation goes on.
Do you understand how awful of a move this was by the student on the right, Mo Khan? At an official Barstool Sports Bar in the Philadelphia area, one table would request an F the Jews sign. It was captured by Khan himself on Instagram.
I have been on the trail. Trust me, I've been on the trail. You think I'm going to put up with this at my bar? So I've been hunting down waitresses, the table who did it, and everything you can name, because I want consequences for actions. I believe the 2 waitresses responsible for the table already fired. I've talked to the guy Mike Wade who's tagged. Guess what? He wasn't even there. I had this kid basically in tears turning state witness to me, rolling on the people who were there. I've talked to one of the 2 guys who did it. He's like, I'm not anti-Semitic. He's basically crying to me. Kid's crying. I just hung up on his 2 kids go to Temple. Tell me, how do I make this right before I go ape?
Portnoy would then say that he has offered a completely free trip to Auschwitz, which he incorrectly stated is in Germany, it's in Poland, to serve as a learning experience. According to Portnoy, Khan would accept, but then this happened.
Dave Portnoy and his friends can choose to be triggered over the sentiments of that sign and even kick me out of the establishment forever. However, they have no right to destroy my life over free speech and ultimately something that was an edgy joke. Dave has built a reputation, a career, and a business solely focused on the anti-cancel culture. Here, he's hypocritically lynching me, absolutely canceling me in any way possible, and ruining my life. Dave Portnoy owes me restitutions and an apology for everything that he has done and caused for me in these past few days.
But it's not an edgy joke, man. Nowhere in there is that considered joke worthy. I want to be very clear about this. It shows your lack of depth on this issue because he would continue bringing up the Middle East over and over and over again. Let me be clear. Jews are not a monolith. As someone who supports the Palestinian people, what you are doing is incredibly harmful because if you have seen anything that has taken place, whether it is from the tents on Columbia's campus or Harvard's campus, name one. You know who a lot of the organizing is done by? Jewish people. If not now, Jewish people. Jewish people who feel ashamed and want to try and right a wrong. This is not helpful at all. What this is doing is grouping all of us together. When I double down until my last dying day. We are not a monolith. That is something you need to learn from because this is pathetic. Second, you did it at a private bar. The bar is private. Your school is a private institution. So have fun with that. Third, what's rather troubling is you went on Stu Peters' show, out of all people. For those who are unaware, via forward.com, Peters, a longtime promoter of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, has called for the mass deportation of all Jews from the United States, claimed that President Donald Trump's support for Israel was driven by Jewish paymasters, and blamed the assassination of JFK on the Mossad. Khan would agree with Peters that folks should join forces to defeat what they called Jewish supremacy. What's not shocking is how Mo Khan is trying to profit off of his indiscretions. And you know what he's using? Take a wild guess. The same exact website that Shiloh Hendricks used to raise over $600,000 for calling a black 5-year-old the N-word, saying he deserved it. The kid is allegedly autistic as well, because that kid had the gall to make a mistake and go into her bag to get a toy or a cookie or something. Kids do that in parks. That's why we teach them boundaries. They're not going to get it. But the same website, the Christian website, that's who Mo Khan is using. Khan, after it appears he lawyered up, played the "I was being a citizen journalist" line. No, you weren't. While he expressed that he condones hate in all forms. It feels as though he's sorry that it simply blew up in his face, more so than putting a video of the sign on his social media. As Haas even mentioned, it felt like a ChatGPT apology. Not to mention, as captured online, Khan posted on Snapchat a different time, at least it appears to be Snapchat, inside of a bar with the following caption: "Throw a quarter on the ground, find a Jew." Khan would also go on another Nazi podcast. Former UFC fighter Jake Shields, who has hosted, David Duke. He has hosted Officer Brandon Tatum. He has hosted the leader of Patriot Front, Thomas Russo. All of them have spewed anti-Semitic tropes. And Jake Shields would play off of Khan being a funny, edgy jokester when these are not jokes. And Jake Shields is not a funny person, let alone a serious media person. Jake Shields posts Nazi content. The mistakes that you are making are not helping your case. If there were to be a one-off, you apologize and just went on with your life, I think this would be very different. But you're going on Stu Peters' show, who wants to, it seems, eradicate Jews. You're going on Jake Shields' show, who will always give a platform to white supremacists. And you're using a certain website, and then you're also posting that sign, F the Jews, and then throw a quarter on the ground, find a Jew. Brother, you are anti-Semitic. You are. And I think there needs to be some sort of learning experience from this. And he should. He should. Will he? I don't think so, because we are in this era of, I did something wrong, but you know what? I'm going to double down on the wrongness. And that's the problem with the Shiloh Hendricks model, is others are taking note. Let me also be clear about a few things as well. Dave Portnoy, because he is right in this situation, but he has been wrong other times. Him saying that anti-Semitism is a huge problem, yet failing to call out Donald Trump and Elon Musk, the administration that he voted for, is an insane hypocrisy. Insane hypocrisy. Oh yeah, Jews aren't safe. I wonder why, man. Look at how many hate groups have come about because of Donald Trump. Yet you voted for him and his anti-Semitism because it financially benefits you. Huge problem. On top of this, you continue bending the knee to the Netanyahu government. Like, you know who's making Jewish people feel unsafe? Your actions. Defending this, bringing an Israel flag to a UFC fight. Insane stuff, man. And then on top of this, in an interview with ABC, you would do the typical MAGA line of, the college campuses are out of control, they're targeting Jewish people, when those protests were led by Jewish people. Are there always going to be bad faith actors? Yes. That's why organizing is not only so hard, but important to riddle out said bad faith actors. But then, in an interview with 6ABC, you'd add, who's creating more hate in the world? This is a quote. Who's creating more hate in the world right now? Barstool Sports or college campuses? The irony is that your network has been fueled by bigotry. If this were to happen at any bar in the world, now that I know that Barstool Sports has bars, I would pick yours, because this is the behavior that y'all have festered by building up this network from the ground up. Khan also, to go back to him, posted a few working on a Saturday to his Instagram stories showing some crypto accounts. One of them allegedly was of Stu Peters' anti-Jewish meme coin. Again, you are not helping yourself here. And then Portnoy also posted a few direct messages from Khan talking glowingly of himself and his business ventures, where it seems like he may be taking advantage of OnlyFans models. I think it's very important to decipher between right and wrong here, and also looking at the bigger picture as well.
Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.